Good afternoon, it's February 28th, 4:01. We're having the Lunenburg Water District Commissioners meeting. We're gonna start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we are looking at minutes of February 14th, 2024. I would accept a motion on those.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes of February 14th, 2024.
Second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, review and sign warrants, doing that. Number 3, review and sign ARPA grant agreement with the town of Lunenburg.
I gave you guys copies of
Yeah.
that a while ago. The only thing, I guess, is, would you guys be okay, you have to have, they ask that you name a point of contact person. Basically, they're asking every month to send updates, invoices, report, progress reports, what's going on, what we're doing. Are you okay if I take care of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Primary financial should be the clerk.
Yeah,
treasurer.
well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
So,
they're just looking
who
for a
wants
month,
that?
they're looking for a monthly,
Who
the
wants
town.
The town for the ARPA funding?
so you would enter we could authorize you to enter into the agreement.
Yeah, well, the agreement is with the Lunenburg Water District.
Right.
They are just asking to have someone who, I'm assuming Heather would be their point of contact. So
Understood.
I'd be sending the invoices to her, saying, all right, this is what we're submitted,
Sure.
Fine with that.
back
Do
and
we
forth
need-
with that.
Do we need a motion to vote on that?
The board doesn't have to sign that?
There's a guarantee name.
Right, so I
So
would,
do you want,
As long as they approve you.
I would have,
that's
yeah,
okay,
I would,
so I guess that's what they need, is a guarantee.
so
name, so
a
it's the
motion
one-
for
Sure.
Christie to enter into the agreement and do the correspondence with the town on the ARPA reporting.
So moved.
Okay,
Okay.
so basically, yeah, it was a motion for you to authorize you to sign the agreement for the ARPA funding with the town, and be the point of contact and fill all the information we need. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Next up, the warrants.
Yep.
We reviewed them all last time.
Yeah, we-
KP's good.
We knocked off that one, correct?
Yep, we knocked
Yep.
off that one. So I just need you guys to make a motion to accept those and sign it.
So maybe you can mention them, like Article 1,
Oh,
just so the people can hear what.
Pretty standard for our annual meeting, Article 1, to choose by ballot the following officers for the terms, moderator for 1 year, or until the successor is elected, and commissioner for 3 years, or until the successor is elected. Article 2 is to accept the reports of the district officers. Article 3 is to appropriate pretty much our operating budget, which in this one is the sum of $1,702,200, $702,238.15. Basically, it's the revenue from the selling of the water that we use for operational expenses. Article 4, to authorize the treasurer with the approval of the commissioners to borrow money in anticipation of the revenue to come in to pay our bills, simply. And then Article 5, every year we take from the water enhancement account $50,000 and put it into an account for purchase of materials and or equipment for repairs of water mains, including incidental and related costs, expenses, or anything thereon. And Article 6 is appropriation of $50,000 from surplus revenue for a replacement vehicle. The superintendent's vehicle is over 200,000 miles right now. And how old, how many years is that thing?
9.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely well beyond replacement time, and those are the only articles. Fairly straightforward
Yep.
and and simple for the annual
That,
meeting.
that's why I figured if you read them off, that
Do we have
people know
to,
it's.
do we have to
it's real.
sign?
I think you just have to initial the bottom.
Do we need to make a motion for it?
Yes, to accept the articles.
I would make a motion to accept the articles, for the March 30th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Do second.
You were doing good, John.
All those in favor?
Telling you.
Aye.
Aye.
If at any point we need to have discussion on these, we're voting, definitely. Correct me, I should open up for discussion, but we already discussed it. Okay, Commissioner, Superintendent, Clerk, Treasurer additions. I wanted to jump ahead and just maybe quickly go through old business if there's anything pertinent. I think, I don't know if there's anything new on any of the old business. Mass Ave water main replacement.
Yes, we finally got the state permit, I have it, if any of you would like to see it, just got it the other
I
day.
saw they dig saved it up, they marked it out.
Yep, so I didn't see any restrictions on start date. I saw restrictions on time, depending what you're doing, crossing roads, stuff like that, no steel plates between this time period, but from what I see in the permit, they can start whenever they would like to start. We just need to give notice to the state with 1 week in advance.
Mhm.
So I talked to MDR this morning about the permit, and, they're concerned with the nighttime temperatures, running temporary water lines, so they don't want those to freeze up. So they're fully watching it. He thinks in 2 weeks they'll probably get going on it. Friday, I'm gonna meet them down there. We're trying to come up with a, way to do the first section without temporary water.
Mhm.
And, so we're gonna meet with, the guy Jason, which, he's usually at the meetings, but his foreman is gonna be the one running that crew. So we, meeting with them on Friday and, go through it, so.
Can you do that temporary from hydrant to hydrant? Cut that section out of the middle? You know what I mean, from hydrant up this end and a hydrant on that end? Go
Well,
shoot.
that, eventually, that's how the template we run,
Yeah.
from hydrant to feed the system. And then as the system moves down, the template will shorten up to the hydrants that are active. So the main from Northville Road to Townsend Harbor, in my opinion, we can run a whole new main beside that, would not even touch the old one. Leave that old main going, so we don't need to provide temporary
Right.
for that
Which
section.
is only,
Yeah,
Now it
there's
helped
only
in
a
the
few.
cold season that they're talking about now. I mean, if you're not running the temporary, you're starting in a couple weeks, you're not really worried about
Exactly.
freezing.
Yep,
Good.
unless we get through the snowstorm.
yeah, we better not.
April first, snowstorm.
Pilot study, moving along.
Moving along, yes,
So-
yeah, so they got all the stages of the treatment process going.
I saw we paid them quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, yep, I mean, you figure they've been there for
Right.
a couple months now. So we had to change, I think I've said it before, that the frac tank wasn't working out very good. It was getting too much oxygen and oxidizing the iron. So we changed up the process to a green sand, that is, working good. They just sent a report yesterday. Everything seems to be working pretty good, even the biological stuff, which is the treatment method we'd like to use. That seems to be working a little better too. So, the biological is the cheaper, smaller footprint kind of one, so that's the way we'd like to do it. But now we're running both systems, so if we do the green sand, it's not a horrible thing to do, so. So, but they're all going good through the practice.
Sure. Keating pilot,
They're moving ahead, submitted to the state,
just waiting back for them.
waiting to hear back, and, so that same crew, they wanna get going while they're here, that way they have one
Sure.
guy that can, bounce back and forth between the two sites. Lancaster Ave will come in after the Hickory Hills, they're gonna move that process to Hickory Hills,
Feel like that's right.
I'm sorry, Hickory Hills to Lancaster.
SRF, no change on that currently.
Currently, no change, no.
ARPA, we kinda just went over.
Yep.
Litigation for funding projects?
No change on that.
Well, I did say that the court settled that, or the
That was-
court's
yeah.
done, they have decided they have to pay.
Mhm.
So now it's just a matter
How
of
much?
figuring out how much everybody
Yeah.
gets.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
Couple million would be nice.
In the ARPA, we have to utilize that by a certain date, but we're gonna start utilizing that I think it was this fiscal year, right? Or
Yes.
this
Well, we
year.
already are right now.
Right, yeah.
Because
Yes.
Time Bond's working on the.
I think you have, is
Right.
it 2 years,
I
by
believe
twenty
it's-
twenty-five?
I forget the exact
Yeah,
date.
there is a date in there that we.
Right,
Yeah.
but that treatment, that pilot study should probably be done well in advance of that.
Sure.
Keating's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now Commissioner Superintendent, Clerk Treasurer additions.
I got another.
Great.
Not
Just
much, nice
quickie.
and quiet.
Just quickie, make the thing up to go in the bills. It's gonna be an extra expense, just something we talked about last time to
Mhm.
go in the bills about adding that line item.
Please be advised.
So, they gave me a price, if we want, I can either do it same price, like a blue, to make it stand out from the white from the bills, or white paper, but it's only a $2 difference. All black ink, $237, with the color ink, which really I only realized is just 2 blue spots,
Okay,
$328, so I don't think it's worth the extra money for 2 blue spots.
No, people don't, I didn't even notice they were there till you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, something I'll work on, we'll put those, we're gonna go out for the April bills.
Yep.
As an insert, so it was an extra, $200, I thought it'd be worth
So I was
to,
thinking, we're gonna post in the ledger for new employee, we can also do another one.
I would definitely, yes.
okay,
Maybe
Yep,
once it gets
notice
close.
from Lunenburg Water District.
yep. Ledger.
Da-ba-da-ba-da.
That's it, that's all I got.
Yeah, if you think you wanna reword something.
Yeah, if you guys wanna change anything, this is
No,
what we
it's-
put together
it's-
with NDS, so,
That's pretty straightforward.
yeah, I just, at least this way we got something out, maybe I'll
Yep.
talk with Nicole and see if she's got.
And how do I do this? Tell me when am I in a good frame?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
He's great.
there you go.
There you go.
Perfect,
Yeah,
this
I'll
is where
talk-
you press pause, and you're gonna get notification, it will also be posted in the ledger. There you go, for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I'll
Most people
talk
have a
with
blank
Nicole, we'll
slate.
get
This
something
is,
up,
I mean, it's,
Facebook, we'll do it all, I don't, and I know it's tough, because a lot of people don't look at it, but I wanna try to get the word out.
I think it's important to do it
April,
now.
May,
and-
June, we'll continue to put posts up and remind people so that when their July bill does come out,
Mhm.
I'm sure we'll still get questions, but at least this
Sure.
way, it's
Yep.
not a huge.
for people to remember, I mean, years in the making, one of the most problem areas, it cost us the most, it's a dead-end line down there,
Mhm.
it's affected the schools, numerous
Yes.
residents,
Jeez, how many times have I closed school because of it?
and, yeah, we gotta pay to get it done. So that's kind of where that's coming from.
I forgot there's one thing I'm supposed to bring up. Ty and Bond, meeting with them tomorrow about, regarding the, water main going from the Grails to Lancaster Ave. They have some concerned spots with going under culverts and stuff. And I told them I wanted to meet with them and discuss different ways, different routes. And, they would like to, I guess there's a plane that does aerial engineering for
Mhm.
locations and stuff, and they would like to get that going ASAP. So, I told them, well, give me a price, and I'll bring it up at tonight's meeting, but they didn't give me a price yet. But, so we're not gonna vote on anything tonight, but, I'm thinking if we do something, we can target money to come from that, article that we did, where we put the 50,000 to water main improvements. We can use money from there to pay for that, survey, cause we don't really have a place to take that from yet. I mean, we could take it from the pilot test for Lancaster Ave, it's kinda tied to that pilot test,
Yeah.
that process, so we have options,
Mhm.
but, yeah, we're hoping to find out,
Well, that's gonna be crucial into the master plan, correct?
Yes.
Determining,
Yeah.
so,
I asked him, I'm like, how are we doing on this? Eddie, he's like, every day, we discuss this master plan. They all come up with different pieces and doing things. It's just every day we're going over this thing. He says,
Well, it's ARPA funding, so.
he says it's too early to
Yeah.
give it to us
Right.
yet. And I'm like, yep, don't give it to you.
no, I
Yeah,
want them to
exactly.
research every different way, and then we come up with the best, most
Yes.
efficient and fiscally responsible way to, combat the PFAS.
Yep, so that's, he went through his process. He says, okay, if we do this, it's gonna cost more money to do this. but in the end, it's gonna be cheaper to do this. So
Right.
he's running everything.
Perfect.
And, and that's why I said, yep, don't give it until it's ready,
Right.
and then when it's ready, we're gonna
Yeah.
go with it, and then it's gonna go to some public education kind of thing.
It would be nice if some of the questions that they're asking and answering now, make sure that they're noting that stuff, because it's gonna be a lot of the same questions that we're
Mhm.
gonna get from the public, and that we're gonna have when they roll out the master plan. Why didn't you do it this way?
Yeah, right.
Well, we didn't do it this way because we ran into this.
Mm.
Yeah.
We didn't, you know, or we came up with, less maintenance costs in the future by doing it this way. And what are we looking at an overall?
I think it's important to show like the cost now and the cost in 20 years, like, if we do the
Yeah.
project this way, well, it's a high cost now, it'll save us, and we think it's this. If we do it this way, it's a lower cost, but maintenance is gonna, like, something.
Yep, great. So they're still working, but no definite timeline.
They thought it's getting close to the master plan, the draft to come out.
Very-
Good.
Very nice to see that.
Good. Other than that, anything else?
I have nothing. Mr. Esposito?
Nothing.
Mr. Burch?
No, just that we're starting the public education phase of, letting everybody in the public know how the water system is set up, how the district is set up, the challenges that we face, and what we're doing to combat those challenges. So, anybody with any questions, come see us. With that, I can go to public comment. Doesn't look like there is any. So I believe I would accept a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, we're adjourned.